Ooh, it's dark. Hey everybody, welcome back to a brand new video of mine. Sorry I've not been posting in a long time. I've been just busy with school and some things going around, in my house and some family issues. So I have a new background. What do you think? It's all a bunch of photos of singers and TV shows and whatnot and albums and famous YouTubers up there. So, and TV shows and whatnot. Anyways, I thought I'd do a new background. Anyways, welcome back to my video. Hey everybody, welcome back to my brand new video. Thought I'd do a little dark mode in the beginning. Lol. I'm very sorry, as like I said, I've been busy with school and work and other crazy things going on. And just a bunch of crazy things going on. And, school started very early this month. So, yay, how fun that was that. But there have been certain days where I'd just be home from school and be like, nope, I ain't going to school. Anyways, it's my senior year, so that's crazy. So, today I'm going to be reacting to some animated horror stories. And this is my second video, I think, of me doing this. I think it's my second video. Remember? I know I did one last year, and I will try to find that video and put it down in the description below for you guys to watch my old reaction to that video, or I'll have it somewhere at the end of the video or the end card. If not, I'll have it down in the description below as best I can. In the video I'm going to be reacting to, if you all guys also want to react to it, I'll also put down in the description below for you guys to watch it. Go on and later watch it whenever you can. Don't be too scared, though. And I thought, maybe I can try something. Since I've not posted in a long time, I'm going to try to post almost every day as best I can. Now, there will be certain days. No. Here's what I'm doing. I'm going to try a challenge. The rest of the month of October until Halloween, I'm going to try to post every day. Now, there'll be days. Now, next week is, I think, the last week of October. Now, I'll be in school and I'll be doing homework. But when I get my homework done, I will try to post a video of me either reacting to an animated horror story, Halloween stories, or some Halloween movies or some TV shows of Halloween related. So I'm going to try a challenge. I'm going to do it almost every day as best I can. Or I might just do a vlog of what's going on around my house of, Halloween stuff. And also I will try to be posting on the day of Halloween on October 31st. And since Halloween is around the corner, I will try to make a vlog of me doing my costume. And I also might be having some friends over. So we're going to try to do some fun, cool Halloween things and might go trick-or-treating. Yeah, I know, I'm a senior. I'm a high schooler. Oh, why are high schoolers going out trick-or-treating? I don't care, I still go trick-or-treating. Sorry. Anyways, let's get on with the reaction of these horror animated Halloween stories. Spooky. It's the month of October. And this are 8 Halloween horror stories animated, and it's a complement of October of 2020. So it happened this year. So let's get on to the reaction, and I will put this video down in the description below. Make sure you like, share this video, subscribe, turn on the bell to get notified. And I will try to make this a challenge and try to post every single day as best I can with me reacting to any kind of Halloween movies and horror shows. Alright, and let's get on with the video.
I grew up in a very small town in Montana. During Halloween one year, my brother and I sold lemonade by the side of the road because it was unusually hot that year. We didn't make a lot of money, but we did have a lot of fun selling lemonade to people who were passing by. So my brother and I were standing at our lemonade stand when we noticed an old rusty car pass by us 2 or 3 times. At the time, it struck me as a little creepy. Eventually, the car slowed down and stopped right in front of the stand. There was a woman in the passenger seat, and she rolled her window down. I saw she was really skinny with gray hair, and it was stained and silky. It looked like it was nasty, honestly. I couldn't see the man who was driving very well because he never looked at me. He just stared straight ahead. Both of them seemed very odd, and their clothes were old and dirty. The lady smiled. "You boys out here selling lemonade all by yourselves?" asked the woman. "Yeah, my mom lets us," I replied. "Is your mom home?" she asked. "Yeah, she's in the house," I said. The woman turned and looked at the man who was driving. He nodded, still staring straight ahead. The woman turned back to me and said, "Okay, I'll have some lemonade." That'll be 25 cents, I said as I poured her glass. She rummaged around in her purse, and I could hear coins clinking. Then she pulled out a $5 bill and held it to me. A chill went down my spine. Why was she handing me a $5 bill if she had coins in her purse? Something just didn't feel right. So I lied and said I don't have any change. She said, you can keep the change. Just come and take the $5. Something felt very wrong, but $5 was a lot to me at the time. I walked up to the car and reached out to take the $5 from her hand. As soon as my fingers touched it, the woman suddenly grabbed me by my wrist and began pulling me into the car. I screamed so loud, my brother ran to the house yelling for help. The man floored the accelerator, and the car lurched forward. I fought with all my might and managed to wrench myself free from her grasp. The car stopped, and the man got out, but I was already running for my life. My brother was pounding on the door and screaming.
Oh no, not an ad.
I turned just in time to see the rusty old...
I have to mute this ad. Dang it. Sure, some way we can get rid of ads, but no, you have to pay for ads.
Car speeding away. We told my mom what had happened, and she called the police. When my brother and I calmed down and went back to the lemonade stand, there was a $5 bill lying on the ground. We packed up the lemonade stand and put it away for good.
Dude, what's up with the... Oh, never mind. Sorry, that's a nice
The year
lady.
was 2018.
Sorry, that's a nice
I love
lady.
Halloween more than most. As a child, I loved it. As an adult, even more. In 2015, I started to go trick-or-treating again in my neighborhood. As a short adult, and using a concealing costume, I'm a woman. I was able to do it year after year without incident, until 2018. That year, I used my favorite costume, a homemade zombie outfit with a skull mask. For the record, by this time I was over 30, but trick-or-treating was fun for me. My childhood neighborhood was too rough to trick-or-treat in. Anyway, I've been out for over 2 hours going house to house, getting lots of goodies. By this time, I was sweating pretty heavily, forcing me to pause and dry under my mask occasionally. Soon I rounded a street corner and passed a man walking 2 dogs. The street was clear, and many houses were unlit. I took a few steps forward and paused. Suddenly, standing in a house's pathway was an old lady. Where exactly did she come from? She wasn't there before. She looked to be in her mid-70s, with white hair, a sweater, a skirt, low-heeled shoes. She smiled as she approached me, standing in front of me. She said, "Hello, dear. Are you out trick-or-treating? Come with me and I'll get you some candy." I said to her, "Thank you, but I don't have to." She chuckled warmly like I said something funny. "Nonsense. Come with me and we'll get you some candy, sweetie." For some reason, I decided to follow her. As we walked together,
dumb. Why would you follow a stranger you just met on Halloween? That's what happens when kids get
kidnapped. Hers didn't make any noise. 2 houses down, she paused and said, "Go on, dear. I'll wait here for you." I did the trick-or-treat routine, then turned to thank her. I froze in shock. The old woman was no longer standing there. There's no way she could have left without me hearing her. I asked the man in the doorway if he'd seen her. Puzzled, he asked, "Her? You came alone. There's no one with you." Confused, I said, "I must have been seeing things." I walked home wondering what had happened. After 10 minutes, I stopped in my tracks and chuckled to myself, saying to myself, "Holy crap, I just saw a ghost."
Oh, I'm sorry if there's any cuss words in here.
My name is Brent, and this happened when I was 11 years old, when I lived in a somewhat sketchy neighborhood. This took place on Halloween with a friend of mine named Carlos. Me and Carlos were best friends since the second grade.
Okay,
well. There was a 2-story house rumored to be haunted near us. We decided that it would be a good idea to test out the rumor, which had seemed obviously fake to us at the time, or so we thought it had been fake. We went trick-or-treating and then left our candy at my friend Carlos's house. It was close to midnight, which was the time we intended to be at the house.
Oh,
to make things a little
jeez,
scarier
Pete. Always
due to
put
the
the word
fact that
midnight in
we
a
love
scary
horror
story.
movies.
Oh, something's happening at
It took us a
midnight.
while to get to the house, as it was a few houses away, and it was the second to the last house on the street. As we arrived at the house
Sorry, I got
around
allergies right now.
11:56,
My allergies are
me and
bad.
my friend Carlos then thought it would be a good idea to trick-or-treat here, so we rung the doorbell. A man which looked to be in his mid-30s, dressed with a hoodie and ripped jeans, answered the door almost right away. My friend then mentioned the rumor of his house being haunted. We laughed it out, and he used the poor excuse which we bought at the time, which was that he was a very messy and unorganized man. He then said, "You kids are almost a little late for Halloween. It's going to end in 2 minutes. It's almost 12 a.m. He said the candy was in the room and he offered us to come in. Us being really anxious at the time, took the offer to not be rude. We sat in the living room on the couch, waiting for the man as he went upstairs. Carlos's mom then texted him to ask if we were going to have a sleepover that night, which he replied with yes, as the man was coming back. He insisted on us going upstairs because he had Reese's, which was my favorite candy at the time.
Who
So
don't
me
love
being a
Reese's? I
pretty
love
mindless
Reese's. That's like my
11-year-old,
favorite candy of
I
all
took the offer.
time.
As we went upstairs and into his hardly lit up room, it appeared as if the man collected knives. We saw it as a pretty cool hobby, and the man gave us each 2 Reese's chocolates. We then thanked the man. As we were going downstairs, my friend Carlos fell down the stairs screaming in pain. I turned around and the man was holding what appeared to be a red knife, which was probably one of the ones from his collection. My fight or flight was immediately activated and I punched the man in the face. He stabs my leg, but I managed to hold on in pain and knock him out with 5 punches. I take the knife out of my leg and start limping away holding Carlos, and we get out. I call the police and they arrest the man a while after he wakes up. The ambulance takes me and Carlos to the hospital. I was fine after 2 days, but Carlos was apparently stabbed twice in the back and was bleeding out. He took about a week or 2 in the hospital to recover. A while after getting out of the hospital, the police told us about the man's past. He was a registered sex offender. I never again went inside a stranger's house, and to this day I fear what could have happened if I was not able to hold on in pain from being stabbed. On Halloween, when I was in the 4th grade, I stayed home
Okay,
sick
so these
from
stories
school.
just continue on. There's
I
no
was lying on the
like
couch watching
setting the
Hocus
okay,
Pocus
hold on. Can
when I heard
we
the
stop for
doorbell.
a second? So there are 2 stories that went on. There was one story and then another story. It went straight on to the next story. It's going on and on and on. There's no pausing, stop, no? Okay, I guess we'll watch another one. Okay.
Bell ringing.
I'm tired. I'm sorry. I haven't been up
He
that
told me I had a
long.
package to deliver, but it was so big that he needed me to help him carry it in. I don't know why, but I knew something wasn't right. I didn't see his truck parked out front.
Ooh, I'm getting
When I asked him
goosebumps.
where
I
it
don't know if
was,
I'm cold
he told me it was
because
around the
I'm in
corner.
like
I
a
asked him
winter
why the
outfit
regular
right now,
postman
or I'm
wasn't
literally
here,
getting goosebumps from these
and he said he was visiting
dang
family.
stories.
He kept telling me to open the front door. I said I was sick and I wasn't allowed to leave the house. I told him my parents would pick up the package from the post office, but he said that would be too much hassle. He told me my mom would want me to take the package now. I told him I had to get my shoes first, and then I would come out and help him. Then I closed the front door,
It's
locked
weird.
it,
It's the same
and ran to the
narrator
back
for
door and
all
locked that
3
one
stories
too.
that I've watched.
I called our neighbor, who was a close family friend, and begged her to come over to my house right now. Then I stood at the front window and stared at the man. When he saw me, he yelled through the door asking if I found my shoes yet. I yelled back, telling him that I called my neighbor to come and help carry the package because she was older and stronger. At that point, he just turned around and ran off. They never caught the guy, and I always wonder if he ever managed to trick some other kid. The story took place about a year ago. Me and my 3 friends saw Fernando, and AJ
Wait,
decided
what are
to
your
take a
friends?
trip to
Wait, hold on.
Universal Studios for the yearly
Wait, did
event.
you hear that? One of his friends is named what now? Is that from a... Wait, isn't that a horror movie? What now?
Andy at the time.
Oops.
There.
Okay, I went... Wait, sorry about that. Okay, I think this is going to be the last story until I find another set of stories to watch.
Too much hassle. I had the door, who was the closer at the front, found my hair.
Sorry about that, you guys.
If he ever...
Sorry about everybody. Sorry about that for everyone. What's the names now?
Story took place about a year ago. Me and my 3 friends, Saul, Fernando, and AJ, decided to take a trip to Universal Studios for the yearly event, Halloween Horror Nights event. The trip to our destination was not too long,
freaking movie.
so we got there in about 2 hours or so. When we got there, it was full of guests, but we managed to enjoy the rest of the day.
Okay.
And got to do attractions and mazes. The theme park was set to close at 2 a.m., so we started heading back to our town. We took the ramp to the freeway and began our way back once again.
Okay.
I was so tired from walking all day, we were all falling asleep, except for my friend Fernando, of course. He was the driver. 1 hour on the road, and we decided to stop at a nearby Denny's off the freeway. We went inside, ordered food, and ate. It was all normal once again. A few guests were still eating too.
That's not too
And
bad.
it was almost 3 a.m. We finished our meals, paid, and went out the door to the parking lot. As we stepped outside, I noticed a strange man standing next to a car across from ours. He just looked like he was staring blankly at us. From what I could see,
dude, what's up with your scar?
A trench coat. As we were about to get into the car, the man started walking slowly toward us. And there I could notice a long scar across his face. Suddenly, my friend Saul asked the man, "Yo, did you lose something?" The stranger stood there with an evil-like smile and slowly started taking a knife out of his pocket. We all hurried back into the car and told our friend Fernando to floor it. As we were exiting the parking lot, I turned my head back and noticed that the guy was still standing there waving his knife at us. I'm just thankful that this story didn't end up worse, because God knows what plans that man had. Honestly, that was just a weird experience.
Okay, well. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't think we're gonna finish this video. It's way too long. Am I a scaredy cat? No, I'm just... I just got a bunch of things I gotta do. Okay. Alright, let's go on to another video. Ooh, April 2020 horror movies. Alright, let's see what these are. Okay, this one actually has titles of words, so this is not... Okay, so this is pretty okay. A mystery man is standing outside and trying to enter my house. Okay, so let's see what this is about. So it has a bunch of little stories, so there's a few titles, so that's what helped. Okay, this is more helpful.
My name is Pascal. I'm 22 years old now, but this event happened 3 years ago when I was 19.
Oh,
It
19.
happened in the middle of the night when my parents were away for an important company. The company was kind of far away from where we lived, so I stayed home by myself while they were gone. One time,
I think we might watch a few more episodes, and since this is the second video I pulled up from Animated
There was
Stories,
a tall man, almost
I think I
dressed
might put
entirely
this other
in
one
black.
down in the description
He was
below.
wearing a tuxedo
Because I think the
and holding a
first...
kitchen knife. This guy was standing...
Sorry. So I think I remember the first time I did these animated horror stories, I think I went through a series of videos to like click through. So I think that's what I think I'm gonna do one more set. I'm gonna do 2 different videos. So this is my second set of videos I'm watching. The first one I didn't get to finish, so we're gonna do a different one, and this is the one we're watching right now, and that's what I'm telling you about. So, as like I said, I'm not scared. I don't really get scared. I mean, I watched a bunch of horror movies. Halloween's literally my favorite holiday. I watch any horror movie, I don't get scared. I'm like, okay. I'm like, it's just a bunch of actors. It's just a bunch of fake blood. No one really dies. It's just whatever. All right. So let's get back to the animated stories that these are real. And go.
Right outside of the door, looking at me. He wasn't laughing at all, and his head was twitching continuously. Sir, please get off our property.